Next phase is to configure GNS3 for my purpose. So I cancel this out, go to Edit menu, select Preferences from here, and go to Camel. And from here you can see some configuration. And I just want to make sure that the configuration is just okay. The working directory, you can change it. The path to camel.exe, if this is not in your GNS3 installation, you can just click on this ellipse and select the installation from your hard disk. And some other configuration, you don't need to worry about that. You just click on test setting and make sure that the camel is working just fine. Like this, all components have successfully started. Now go to camel guest tab here and create a camel guest here. I just want to select one of these flavors. The flavor is going to be i386. This is because I'm going to select a PC-based installation. This is based on what you have downloaded from MikroTik website. I have downloaded i386 so click on this. I can select an identifier name, MikroTik, for example, PC or MikroTik or whatever you are going to select for the identifier. It doesn't matter. The binary image is going to be the image that you just created in previous sections. So I click on this ellipse and go to GNS3 installation. That's in my GNS3 folder. And this is the MikroTik.img that I installed MikroTik on that. Select this. And the RAM, 128 megabyte of RAM is quite okay. You can select the number of network interface cards. The default is quite okay for me. The network type model, doesn't matter which type of NIC you are going to select, everything is just fine. Click on save and you can see that the camel guest image is right there. Okay, click on OK right now and go to Edit menu. Select Symbol Manager this time. I just want to create a symbol for you. And you can see I have just created one, but I can drag this and remove this like this. Click on remove, click on this list stand and everything is gone. I'm going to select a router firewall. This is because MikroTik can be a router and firewall at the same time. Click on this greater than, and you can see the router firewall is just there. Double click on this to make sure that everything is changed in these two dialog boxes. First of all, you need to specify a name for this. I'm going to select MikroTik. And the type is going to be camel guest. You can see the camel guest from here. I select that and click on apply. Now you can see the customized node is changed for me. Click on OK. And now at any time I can add the MikroTik image to my installation. Let's go to this devices, click on that, and you can see the MikroTik that I just created is right here. Drag one and drop it on this environment. It takes a little while, but you can see the name is on that MikroTik. You can right click on that and change the host name at any time. For example, I want it to be MikroTik 1. Click on OK and you can see it is changed for me. Now if I right click on this and click on start, you can see the camel image starts like this. I just want to have an interface on this, and I will add an IP address in the same subnet that I have created my loopback interface's IP address. Type in admin for username and hit enter for password because there is no default password. I hit enter one more time. Now to add an IP address for your installation, type in IP address add and hit enter. The address is gonna be 110, for example 10.10.101/24, and this is the address in the same subnet as my loopback 1 interface. If I go to Network Engineering Center, you can see that I have a loopback 1 interface, and if I click on details, you can see the IPv4 is 10.10.10.1. I just want to make sure that everything is in that subnet. I hit enter, and the interface is going to be, for example, a tier 1 or any other interface that you are going to add. Okay, now I have an interface created on this and added an IP address. If I type in IP address print, I can see the list of interfaces that have an IP address attached to that. Okay, so I type system shutdown again and press Y, and it's going to be shut down. And you can see that this is shut down, but GNS3 doesn't recognize that. GNS3 shows this green knob here. This tells me that MikroTik is working. So I click on this to stop all devices, and this is going to be red after a moment. Now I want to connect to this using Winbox. I drag a cloud into my environment, right click on cloud and select configure. In configure, I will select the name of the cloud, and you can see the interface loopback 1 is here. I select this and click on add. You can see a network interface card is added to this cloud based on loopback 1 interface. So I click on OK. You can see that I don't see loopback 2. This is because I need a restart before recognizing this in GNS3. That's okay. I'm going to add more interfaces later to my Windows installation. Click on OK. Now I need a switch here. We cannot connect these two directly. I need to select an Ethernet switch here. And if you select configure for switch, you can see that the switch has 8 interfaces all in VLAN 1. For my purpose, this is quite okay for now. I click cancel, and after that I go and click on this add a link button. Now that I have added this, I select C1, and you can see that an interface is here. Click on this interface and you can see a line coming out of C1. Go on switch 1 and click on that and select one of the interfaces. Doesn't matter which one, but just click on one. Again, go to MikroTik and select on that. You can see the list of interfaces E0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is very, very crucial to know that E0 is equal to Ether 1 on actual installation. And this is because GNS3 just starts counting from 0, but MikroTik starts counting from 1. So if you are selecting E0, you're actually selecting Ether 1. So I selected A0, click on switch 1 and select, for example, 2 or any other one, and you can see the link is active. So I click on this to deactivate that and close this too. Now I can go and click on this button, start resume all devices, and again you can see that MikroTik is starting like this, but I just want to connect to this using Winbox. I just wait until this is started completely, and I see the username and password prompt like this. And now I need to go and select Winbox, and I just want to select Winbox from here. I have a Winbox downloaded from MikroTik website, and click on that. And you can see Winbox is here. Type 10.10.10.101. This is the IP address that I have just added to this. And of course I don't need to do this. If I go and select this ellipse, after a moment you can see the MAC address is selected, and 10.10.10.101 is recognized here. But if you do not see this here, you can go and type in the IP address. And before connecting to this, make sure that you save your configuration. And again, click on connect. After a moment you can see the connection is going to be done. Logging into 10.10.111, and it tells me to add a license to my MikroTik installation. Click on license, select import key, and select the key that you have bought from MikroTik, and I have put it here, key.key, and it tells me the router is going to be rebooted. Reboot now. I click on yes, click on OK, and you can see by rebooting the Winbox is going to be disconnected. It is OK. And you can see the router is going to be rebooted. Select Winbox again, and after the reboot is complete, I can just click on connect again. like this. Click on connect, and you have a connection using Winbox to your MikroTik device like this. That's it. Now you can go to, and of course I didn't want it like this. Now you can go to IP addresses, and you can see the IP address that you have added to the Ether1 interface. And actually you can add IP address to any other interface like this. You can see we have 6 interfaces by default, but at any moment you can change the number of interfaces, you can change the IP address or anything else that you want to.